This is RBR short from 13, aka Ryan, and today, tonight, whatever, I'm doing a video, basically in shock. Um, I completed filming Halloween November 4th, just a couple hours ago, and I can't believe it. I mean, I don't know. Wow. I just remember when I was going to visit my Uncle Gary last year to go see Halloween 2018. I started writing the script. I wrote like a few scenes of New Blood when I was on the car ride to visit him, and when I was visiting. And I remember seeing the movie with him in Illinois, and I remember like getting like false shots and stuff. Like stock footage kind of thing was what I was doing. Like, oh, if I need a false shot, a shot of October that's in the Midwest in Illinois. Well, I have a clip here. So I remember seeing Halloween 2018 and like being just wowed. And I remember thinking in my head, like, how are people going to react to New Blood? How are people going to react to this movie? Originally, Halloween New Blood was a sequel to November 3rd, and it was going to be its own thing, but a lot happened. And in fact, like, really, I mean, these two films and more so New Blood than November 4th, but these two films have like been really the hardest movies I've ever worked on in recent years. Like, it's a big deal for me to say that, to say that to you guys, like, like that it was really that difficult. It was difficult. It was. I'm okay. I'm an artist, and I take these things very seriously. And what I enjoy most about making movies is the writing process and the editing process. Because when I write, I can kind of work on the movie myself. It's all just me, and there's something so amazing about that, where it's just you and your creative imagination and you writing. There's something so wonderful about that. Imagining all these characters and fictionalizing all these timelines and stuff. So it's a lot, and definitely, yeah. And also editing is so great because you have more time in editing than you do with filming. And with editing, you can take out what you don't want, keep what you want to keep, and it's awesome. Like any editor watching this, editing's awesome. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing a lot with Halloween New Blood and November 4th. I've already been editing New Blood pretty much throughout the year. November 4th, not so much, but it's much shorter than New Blood, so it's all right. This was really filmed at a very last-minute time. Out of all movies, out of all my films, this one it took, I guess, the longest because it's coming out on my birthday and it's September 4th, so I really don't have a lot of time to put this movie together. My sister's scoring the movie. Thank you, Cassidy. I'll forever be grateful. It's just very there's a lot of anxiety. Like, how is my audience gonna how's my subscribers going to think of this movie and all that. And, guys, a new film from RB or something 13 is coming out, on my birthday, which is 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's about 10 days. And can't believe it. And then a month, just literally a month after that, Halloween New Blood comes out. So you guys get 2 Halloween fan films, in just 1 month apart, What's funny is that was the original outline plan from Universal when they announced Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, They were like, oh, we're going to... No, it was before they announced the titles. I remember there was that big news that they were going to shoot 2 movies back to back and they were going to release them in the same year and they were going to only separate them for like a month or something. So that's what I'm doing. But, it's best to always take your time, especially on Halloween and Michael Myers, and you don't want to rush it. I'm not saying that I did rush this because I really worked on the writing for both these movies for a while. I always do. So that's never rushed. The writing's never rushed, ever. I'm always putting thought into it. I'll go back to rewrite something if it needs to be rewritten or if I need to add in a scene. That's always the most involving I think I am of any of my films is the writing process. But I just have a certain love for writing. I just can't believe it, guys. Halloween, November 4th. Just a few days. Not a few days, well, 10 days. Oh, wow. And then New Blood. And then, guys, after is I gotta film... The scripts are done, by the way, but I have to film Insane Cage of Madness and the Devil's Servants. The reason it's so exhausting, guys. I'm sure a lot of nonprofit filmmakers or filmmakers in general, or whatever, can identify with the pressure that's put on and how tiring it gets. I mean, it does. And, oh, jeez. Like, I don't think I've ever shown this much exhaustion in a video in a while. The last time where it really hit me in the face like this was the Destiny movies. The Destiny of Space Part 1, Part 2. Except that was swapped. The filming process went fine. It all went the way it needed to go. And, ran into some issues, but the movie got done when it needed to get done. That was awesome. But then I remember when I was editing Part 1 and editing Part 2 of Destiny, I was battling a lot of things about myself. So it was like the worst timing for me to have to put 2 films together. So it was good I separated them, but it was hard at that time. Yeah, there's some bad memories with Destiny, with the post-production of, and not necessarily putting the film together. That was the fun part. It was school, and my medications and mainly my meds, how they were affecting me. And yeah, I remember battling anxiety a lot more, and my PTSD was pretty bad, but yeah. But for a long time, I just don't remember where the filming went so bad, and it was in terms of like the movie itself. It was the process, getting everyone together, getting the movie filmed, and all that, getting everything shot. And I just haven't run into that issue in a long time, where it was this difficult to bring so many people together. And I thank everybody that worked on Halloween New Blood on November 4th. Like I'm not, it just was very, very overwhelming, and I have a lot of anxiety, having much less time to put these films together, um, because of my limited timing, and editing is everything to me, and it really is too bad when I'm not given that time, as a editor and a director and all that, because when you're putting the film together, that is like the final draft of the script, and that's when you really know what the movie is and what it needs to be and what really needs to be kept and what not needs to be kept, and it's so hard to make those decisions when this is all put on me last minute. So um, I'm grateful for all the great experiences, and of course everybody, doing the movie, getting it done. I have a lot of great memories, of course, and it was a big collaborative effort, and we all worked hard. Now one, I can't say that really. All all the actors on these Halloween fan films um, have put so much into it. They really have. Even the previous November movies, or any Halloween fan films I've made, like I've always gotten lucky with talent, and yeah, talent really mainly, good acting, you know what I mean, and it's great, because you want your Halloween fan films to have great acting, and or good acting, you know. I can tell that audiences get into it more when uh, the acting is much better, you know. You want the live action representation to be presented well, and yeah, but I also think the writing is really, really important to a movie, and really, like, the movie can't work unless the script is good, and that's something that I've learned a lot. Um, like this movie I made with this script, or this movie I made with this script. That movie had a better script than this one, and that's why this movie is better than the other one. And it really it is the writing, It is the writing, you know. I hope I'm making sense, guys. I've just been so exhausted, and I'm sure a lot of us are. Everybody has their own lives, so it's not like I'm acting like I'm the only person in the world that's exhausted. I'm basically just saying I'm exhausted. I'm Arbiter from Sortine, and I'm exhausted. It's pretty much just what I'm saying. Um, the thing is that thank goodness these are movies, because if they weren't movies, I'd hate it. I tell you, I would want no involvement in it. But because they're movies, it's worth putting up all the bull crap. Really is, because you get those moments that are just like out of this world. It's wowing, because so many things you don't think are possible, and then they happen, and it's like, wow. And in movies, I just have a love for them. I grew up with movies, I watch movies all the time. That's it's my life. Movies, you know. I don't hate that though, like I love making movies, So it's hard for me to complain, you know, because they're movies, In fact, I get more stressed out and anxiety and everything from my PTSD I have, more so than any time I'm making my films. But of course, when my movies, if the process is a little more challenging, it's a little more difficult than usual, then of course my PTSD is gonna enhance, and it's in a just a like tired way, where a lot of exhaustion shows. Um, but I'll be fine, and I'm really excited for Insane Cage of Madness, and I start filming that in November, and then I film Double Servants in January, February, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be really awesome. You know, at latest it'll be early March. I'm thinking that it's definitely everything's going to be done before that, but you know, you never know. You know, I'm thinking like if worst case scenario it'll be early March really. So after that, then yeah, I'm gonna be taking a break. Well, not of course I'll have to edit Insane Cage of Madness, and I'll have to edit The Devil Servants, and of course get those movies done. But after that, you know, I'm going to take a break for a while because I mean, I've been making nothing but movies in 10 years, in these 10 years of my life of making movies. I've been making movies for 10 years, you know, and you know, there just reaches a point where you don't get tired of it. You just want to take a break, you know, and I took a break after Destiny Part 2. But at the same time, I was in online schooling then, so I couldn't really take a break. So really, after I'm done with Cage of Madness and Double Servants, it'll be like my first break from movies and stepping away. I've never lived a life where, you know, there's the movies are on the sideline, you know, and my life is other things, you know. I've never lived that yet, and I have to, you know, live my life, you know. Of course, I have to continue being a filmmaker, and I love that, and continue being an artist, and I'm never going to stop, you know. But I want to be able to do other things in my life, you know, and focus on myself and all that stuff, you know. And I can't believe I'm going to be 24 in. I don't even want to count the numbers, how many days. Oh my god, I'm turning 24. I'm going to be so old. No, it's the end of the world. No, I'm just kidding. No. 24. Oh well, right? I mean, you know, I'm not 50 or 60 or 70 or 80, right? You know, and, you know, I always get that from many people that I don't look 23. I don't look, you know, I don't look 23, 24, you know. I remember back when I was in middle school and high school, I wanted to desperately go through the puberty that you know what everybody else was going through, and I wanted the facial hair and wanted to experience all that, you know. Weirdly, I don't know. And I remember people were saying, "Oh, be glad," blah 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 blah. Yeah, so that's pretty much my video. You know, I want to make like an hour long video or even a half hour long video, or you know, I want to be able to make a video that isn't, you know, too long and stuff. But I just wanted to like inform you guys like what's going on, you know, and what's going on in my movies, you know, and I can tell you I'm excited to put these films, you know, on my channel and for you guys to watch them, but I'm exhausted. I haven't been this exhausted in Ghostface Story was close, but probably the Destiny films. Yeah. Yeah. Destiny with Ghostface Part 1, Part 2. Which I recommend to check out, guys. I like Part 2 more. You know, it's more action and, you know, better editing, you know. And yeah. But, yeah, that's my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I didn't bore you. And I hope you guys are excited for Halloween November 4th, which comes out on my birthday, of course, and Halloween New Blood, October 14th. I'll make a video soon. Definitely after November 4th. And don't worry, guys. I'll make my Scream TV series season 3 review, you know, about all the episodes when I have the time, you know. And I'm really sorry, you know, like I really want to do reviews of many movies and TV and all that, but right now, like I'm working on these movies, and I hope you guys can just understand, you know, and um, you know, my biggest escape right now has been YouTube. You know, it's always been a fun escape, but yeah. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching the video, and that's a wrap on Halloween November 4th and Halloween New Blood.